Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. I am Chase, but you know what? Today's video is a little bit different. We're going back to our military roots here. Today, I'm Staff Sergeant Tuning. I hope you enjoy my new backdrop. This is just the blinds to my new apartment here. So if it's a little see-through, I'm sorry. So if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome, thank you. I hope that you enjoy the content, the vlogs, the style, but a big part of my following, a big part of who I am and my personal journey is a military guy. I spent 6 years active duty in the United States Army. I enlisted as an E2 right out of high school, left as an E6. So I went from a private second class to a staff sergeant. Now, I won't go all into the details. I have a lot of videos out about why I'm no longer in the military, why I got kicked out, my medical discharge story, my injuries, basically the whole catalyst for my job and profession nowadays. I'll go ahead and link those videos down below. But long story short, I wound up getting medically discharged, medically retired out of the Army after 6 years active duty, which was a little bit different from my goal of enlisting, serving 20, and then retiring at the age of 37. But hands down, every day I get emails, questions, DMs, tweets about, hey Chase, I'm going into the military. I'm wanting to pursue this career. I want to do this MOS. Why'd you get out? Would you go back in? And that is what today's video is all about. Why I would rejoin, why I would go back into the United States military. It sure as hell wouldn't be for the coffee, that's for damn sure. This Four Sigmatic coffee is way better. I'm gonna give you guys the first reason why I would go back into the military without even second guessing. All right, so we're gonna run through these in kind of sequential order. I'm gonna be doing my top 6 reasons why I would go back into the military, from probably my least important, my one that I rank with the least amount of weight, all the way up to my number 1 reason, if it was just up to this reason, why I would go back in if I could. Okay, the number 6 reason why I would rejoin the military is because, damn it, you have the most unreal sense of camaraderie. You have this sense of belonging, this sense of worth, because everybody starts from pretty much the same position. Whether you're going in enlisted and you go to boot camp and you just get beat down, and they mold you back up into the person, the soldier that they need you to be, or you go the officer route, you go to college, you get a degree, or you go green to gold, something like that. But it's just this incredible sense of knowing that you all came into this the same. You're not coming in, one's better than the other. Of course, everybody comes with their own characteristics and skill sets, and then they divide you up, into your jobs. But it's just this incredible, proud feeling of knowing that, hey, we all went through the same shit to get here. And on top of that, it's the brotherhood, it's the sisterhood, it's the camaraderie. You know that no matter what, wherever you are stationed, wherever you are around the world, on base, off base, you find a military person, they're gonna have your back. And in my personal experience in the real world, that's harder to find with civilians. And speaking of being all over the world, that's my number 5 reason why I would rejoin the military: travel. When you get down to it, whether it's because you're going down range or you're on TDY, a temporary duty, or you're PCSing, a permanent change of station, you get to travel. You get to go all around the world, all around the United States on someone else's dime. I know the taxpayers were paying for this, but you know what? You get to travel without any money out of pocket, and most of the times, they're actually gonna be paying you. You get travel pay, you get per diem. If you're moving yourself, they'll actually pay you to move your shit wherever you are. You get to go see places that you probably would not have been able to, from a unique perspective of service as well. You get to go somewhere and do something. You get to serve your country, serve this greater good, in a different state, in a different continent, in a different country. You get to go learn a different language. That was probably one of my most favorite things that I did. I started off in Missouri. I then went up to California, then went to a couple places in Texas, and then from Texas I went over to Eastern Europe, Germany, Czech Republic, a lot of different places over there just because of the nature of my job. And if I would have stayed in, I was really hoping to PCS. I was at a point where I could probably pick where I wanted to go to my next duty assignment, but so many places that are just untapped because we either don't have the bravery to go visit them ourselves, or we don't have the money. Travel's expensive, guys, and it's really cool to be able to do it when that aspect, that barrier is removed. So my number 5 reason why I would rejoin the military is because they send you all over the world. All right, continuing the countdown, my number 4 reason why I would rejoin the military is to better my education, to improve my education, to just keep collecting degrees, I guess. One of the huge reasons why I joined the military in the first place was to get an education, get a college education, whether it was in or when I got out. I joined under the Montgomery GI Bill, which has now been shifted to the post 9/11 GI Bill, which everybody gets. And it is just, it's unreal. You know, go serve your country, go get some experience under your belt, you know, stay in, get out, whatever. But you know what? You're getting the incredible benefit of an education. And yes, I'm a firm believer this day and age that that's not as necessary. You can do a lot, you can create your own business, be an entrepreneur without having a degree, but I also firmly believe that it never hurts you. And certainly getting an education that's paid for never hurts you, especially. So I was able to knock out my associate's degree while I was active duty. When I got out, I used my GI Bill to get my undergraduate, and then I used some benefits from our father's dependents education benefits. He passed away from service-connected disabilities and illnesses. So myself, my brother, my sister, we all received a little bit of educational assistance. After my post 9/11 was finished, I was able to go to graduate school, receive my master's degree, and it covered about, I'd say 30-40%. Just started paying student loans a couple months ago. Not fun. Okay, the number 3 reason why I would rejoin the military is because they give you a clear path for success. There's no definitive marketing technique. There's no like secret club you have to join to like talk to somebody, to know somebody, to like level up or approve your resume or sign off on something. You know, they go in, they give you this plan and say, hey, you serve at this job, you're at this rank, X amount of months, you're gonna get promoted. After that, hey, go to a promotion board. We're gonna even give you a higher probability of getting promoted. You go amongst your peers, you go amongst the board, you take all these correspondence courses. They basically give you everything you need to succeed and then some. Now, one caveat I will say to this is that it was a little frustrating for me to be sitting at a desk, to be out in the field, wherever I was doing my job, and know that, hey, this person to the left or right of me may be doing the exact same job, and they're getting paid a lot more than me or a lot less than me. So sometimes that got in my head a little bit, just like, hey, if we're doing the same job, why aren't we getting the same pay? But, it was all worth it because I knew exactly where I was headed. I knew exactly how long it would take me to reach a certain rank, to get promoted. And more importantly, they gave me the tools necessary to do the work. I fortunately had really good leadership. They hooked me up with correspondence courses. They gave me practice test boards, mock promotion boards. So they will give you all the tools to succeed because they want you to succeed. The military is all about leadership and success in that leadership. And if you are unclear at all about your career in the military, seek it out. Talk to a mentor, talk to a veteran, talk to your NCOIC. The tools for success, the path for your success is out there, I promise you. And it's just up to you to do the work, but they give you the tools necessary. And that was also probably one of my biggest sticking points when I got out and I was working a corporate job. There was no clear path. It wasn't just like, hey, after X amount of months or years, we'll definitely promote you. It was just like, hey, do a good job. Maybe we'll give you more money. Maybe we'll give you more responsibilities. So that ambiguity I didn't like when I was working in the corporate world. I definitely love that about the military. Yeah, definitely do not miss the military coffee. Anytime I talk about military coffee, it reminds me of, oh crap, what's the actor's name? Go back and check out the movie Black Hawk Down, one of my favorite military movies of all time. It's all about the grind. Not too coarse, not too fine. Maybe if I had his coffee, I would have stayed in. Okay, you with me? We are down to the number 2 reason, the second most important to me reason, advantage point, pro, why I, your boy Chase Chewning, Staff Sergeant Chewning, would go back into the military without even a question, and that is security. No, I'm not talking about security forces. No, I'm not talking about the guys checking your IDs at the gate. I'm talking about just the financial security, the longevity, the family security, the health insurance, the life insurance, the just knowing that if something, God forbid, would ever happen to you, you would be taken care of. Your family would be taken care of. Man, I remember when I was going through day 0 boot camp, and there were guys who were like, yeah, I just got married yesterday, which is pretty common in the military. The second you go downrange, the second you join the military, the second you put boots on the ground in boot camp, all your dependents are taken care of. Your wife, your children, your family, anybody who is legally your dependent, you get more money, so they can be taken care of financially. They are on your health insurance. You automatically get life insurance. And it's just a sense of security that a lot of people struggle with out here in the corporate world, because unless you get a really great job, something that has a lot of benefits and isn't just gonna take a lot of money out of your paycheck each and every week, it's hard to find that. And the sense of security was really a plus for me. It was honestly something, when I was being medically discharged out, was a little bit of a struggle for me, because I was like, okay, you know, I'm being kicked out. I'm still going through these physical changes, these physical disabilities. I had to learn how to walk again twice. I was temporarily unemployable. I was going to school. I was like, how am I going to provide my family? You know, how am I going to provide for myself? Like, I had to pay rent. So luckily, all these benefits that, you know, through the post 9/11 GI Bill gave me a little bit of that safety net. But man, you know, being out here, it's hard, especially now being married. You know, okay, is my wife covered for health insurance? Does she have life insurance? Does she need dental? There's so many of these other things, just these adulting concepts that you don't realize. It's a hard learning curve in the adulting world, is this sense of security that I definitely took for granted in the military, which is honestly a big reason why most people stay in that I've talked to. It's just because they don't have to worry about these other things. It's taken care of. And speaking of, actually, that brings us to a really good point here, the sense of security. Now, this is not a sponsored video, but I am incorporating some incredible information from one of my podcast sponsors. I also host and produce the podcast Ever Forward Radio. I'll leave that down in the information below. And one of my sponsors over there is this company called Health IQ. Now, the really cool thing about Health IQ is that they acknowledge and honor all the hard work that someone like me and you puts in taking care of your body, your eating habits, maintaining a healthy body composition, going to the doctor every so often, even simple things as just owning a wearable or having a gym membership. Long story short, you're a reduced statistic. You cost less to insure. So for example, in the military, we have this thing called the SGLI. I forget the SG part, but it's SG life insurance. And when I got out, I'm pretty sure still to date, March 2018 so far as today's day goes, it is $400,000. Now, that was just something you got for serving. Now, good luck getting out here in the real world and finding a $400,000 life insurance plan that you can get for free. You can't, correct me if I'm wrong, but the beautiful thing about Health IQ is that they honor all of the work that you do to take care of your body, so that you can pay less for your life insurance, so that your loved ones, your family are better taken care of if, God forbid, something were to happen to you. So Health IQ, they do a phenomenal job of going through your current life insurance plan to make sure you're getting the best rate possible, or by taking their simple Health IQ quiz, which I'll link down below. Also, you can check it out here if you want to leave the video. It's just healthiq.com/EFR. Quick couple second survey, give them the information, talk with a representative, or just take the quiz. Super easy, super simple quiz. I got about a 194 out of 200, so let's see who can beat Coach Chase on the score, okay? That was one of the biggest things that I found relief in securing, was my security in this life insurance. So again, that was one of the things I took for granted while I was in, and it's a struggle to find out on your own here in the civilian world, especially me being self-employed now. I have to make sure that I'm going the extra mile and taking care of my wife and my family, because Uncle Sam ain't providing that for me anymore. All right, and the number one reason, the most important thing to me, the thing that I find the most value in, that would make me want to go back into the military if I could, and I say if I could because I was medically retired, I cannot go back into military even if I wanted to, is what I'm gonna coin a little phrase here. I'm gonna call this personal success stress alleviation. The military drills in you, well, I think I just had a little bit of puberty. The military drills in you this sense of ritual, these set of standards, this standard operating procedure to just basically how to best live your life, how to take care of your home, how to clean, how to schedule, how to take care of your body, how to just prioritize things that you should take care of to just drive on with the mission, whether that's cleaning your house, taking care of your family, travel, staying in healthy shape. All of these things, they basically, through basic training and through all the training that officers go through, they give you the system. They give you this ability to just not have to worry about what a lot of people, a lot of my clients, in the coaching business, what they just don't get yet. And that is just this daily ritual, this aspect of taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, taking care of your home. It becomes so ingrained in you that you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to be like, okay, God, I have to get up. I have to create a better habit about my eating. I have to create a better habit about going to the gym. I have to create a better habit about making my bed, cleaning my apartment, whatever, because it just becomes second nature to you. And once you alleviate all these small little pockets of things in your life that if they go unchecked, if you allow these small little weaknesses to just go unchecked over time, they're gonna be a long-term threat. And one of the biggest things that I loved about the military is that they just took that out of the way for me. I woke up, I was on a routine, and maybe you don't like routine, but you know what? I got used to it. I love it, and it makes prioritization, it makes scheduling, it makes life structure just second nature. And when you don't have to worry about all these other little things in your life so that you can focus on your biggest goals, your biggest needs and priorities, it's so helpful. And that's one of the biggest things that I contribute my personal success to today, is just that I still carry a lot of these traits over. I make a schedule for the gym. I make sure I eat well. I have all these standard operating procedures for most areas of my life, and that just helps me. It takes a lot of stress out of my life so that I can focus on the things that matter most. So my number one reason for why I would rejoin the military is, maybe they got some new tips, maybe they got some new tricks, maybe they got some new SOPs to just make my life even more better. But I don't know, I did get a lot out of it in my 6 years in. All right, everybody, that's a wrap for the video. I hope you all enjoyed this. It was hard to get down to only 6 things about why I would rejoin. Maybe I'll do a video about the things I didn't like and why I would definitely not rejoin the military. So I'm only speaking from personal experience here. I was enlisted from 2003 to 2009, went in as an E2, got out as an E6, and these are just my personal experiences, my personal beliefs about the most beneficial things to the military. And if I could go back in, if I wanted to go back in, these are the main things that would draw me back in, no problem, okay? Hope you liked the video. If you did, if you're in the military, if you got out, please, I would love to connect with you. Leave a comment down below about, if you agree, if you disagree, what maybe are some things that you miss about the military that you would go back into for. Some things that you would rejoin because of. You get the point, all right? So like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I really want to get back into creating some more of these just veteran military themed stuff, because it is a big part of my audience, a big part of my story, and I love talking about it. So thank you guys for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up, comment, share it out. Would love to hear from you. That's a wrap.